Hey everyone! Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of Helevorn's hard copy of her novel, Lucky Wolf. I can't believe it's already arrived, but here it is. So let's open it and see what it looks like. I can't wait to flip through it. And she's also given me a bookmark. Okay, so here it is. Okay. Oh my god, I see it already. Hi Artivion, we're just opening Helevorn's book that she gave me, which is the Lucky Wolf, and she printed it out in hard copy, and it's also hardcover. Here it is. Oh my gosh, and here's the bookmark. I can't wait to see it. Let's see the bookmark first, because we're saving the best for last. Okay. I'm bad with opening things. Hi, Renby. We're just opening Helevorn's hard copy of her novel, Lucky Wolf, which has finally arrived. Look at the bookmark. Isn't it amazing? Is magic not that which affects the senses? And this is both mind and body, deeply and fully. And this is what Ingvar says to Eyjolf when, he finally realizes why Eyjolf appeals to so many people. And, he appreciates Eyjolf's sense of magic as well, because before he was a doubter. But yes, as the two men get closer in the novel, they do appreciate each other despite their differences and initial clashing. So yes, she hand-painted this Helevorn, and it's beautiful. And with every purchase of Lucky Wolf, you will, I still believe, or maybe it has already passed, but before, when you first bought the book, she will give you a handmade bookmark as well. So please check out Helevorn's Instagram at Helevorn_bor, B-O-R, and you can see the post where, you can message her directly about buying the book. So without further ado, here's the book, Lucky Wolf. And here's the back, ISBN number, like it's a pro. And here is the description. Oh yes, Artivion, I love the bookmark design as well. So here's the summary of the novel. By his clean-shaven cheek, he seems to be in his teens, while those fleshy lips might well belong to a maiden. But his beak-like nose is gashed by an old scar, and, above it, iron-gray eyes shine keen and slippery like pools of water shaded by an arched and proud brow, betraying his maturity. A man of striking contradictions, a renegade nobleman, they say, pursuing a sacred vocation, a high-born, a bit too gaudy for his origins, a holy man, a bit too well-versed in worldly ways, a do-gooder, a bit too familiar with shady dealings. Now coy, now imperious, now sickeningly sweet, now arrogant, but always, always with a mask on his face. Who are you, Eyjolf Solrafin? So let's flip through it. Look at this. It's even signed by her. It's amazing. Lucky Wolf, Preface, and this, I'm going to read this in detail. It's very fascinating. And, she details here why she wanted to write about this and her fascination with history and myth and how that inspired her, as we talked about in the Tolkien podcast, to write Lucky Wolf and Sons of Disobedience. In other words, the historical setting of Norway's bloody religious reform provides the backdrop for Lucky Wolf. The rest is human nature. And here's what the illustrations look like. Full color, people. Impressive. That's Eyjolf as a mystic. I'm going to see all the illustrations. Of speeches and kings, that's Ingvar. Yes, Artiviana, we are now flipping through the book so we can take a look at the illustrations. And here's Olaf Tryggvason. He wants to become king. And he's willing to do very bloody things to do that. Here's young Eyjolf with some ladies. Here's Eyjolf and Ingvar. Here's an old man. And here's Eyolf doing one of the things that he's best at, being a midwife. Because, he does play a role in fertility magic and all things related to that. Here's another young Eyolf part. Eyolf's eyes. This is a very controversial part where they're embroiled in a lot of conflict. Yes, I made a mistake 20 years ago, Eyolf snapped. I started from nothing, and look what I've accomplished. Now, he shoved a finger under his nose. Now, Ingvar of the Ynglingar. I never had famous mothers, heroic fathers in the government, rich uncles, ships, and kin names that go all the way back to when Odin roamed these lands. Another flashback of Eyolf. This is another flashback of Eyolf again. Ingvar and Eyolf getting closer. This is just beautiful. I love the rustic feel of this illustration and how, we see a softer side to Eyolf here too. In his relationship with his foster mother. The woman who trained him in his magic, you could say. And here's him and someone very important in his life, especially in his younger life. That's Hakon and Ingvar. And here's one of the final memories of young Ingvar and his foster mother. Oh yeah, Art of Jan says, imagine Sam in New York was a novel with illustrations. Well, I am printing out the comic version soon after I finish chapter 4, so we could see this very soon. Kind of similar to, Finding Sam, which I printed out and you can get a copy of if you join my Draw This in Your Own Style, which you can learn more about using one of the highlights I have in my bio. Hi, Pepney Gallery. We're just flipping through my friend Helevorn's hardcover novel, Lucky Wolf, which you can buy from her on her Instagram. And, it's beautiful. There's beautiful full color illustrations. And, I can't wait to read her story again, from cover to the back in real book format. It's very exciting. So here's another beautiful illustration by Helevorn featuring Eyolf and Ingvar. And they're doing something that is very, I guess you could say, that Eyolf specializes in. It's his job as one of the mystics. And, he is also very skilled in herbs and, teaching people about how to use them. So, Ingvar's listening to him about it. Even though Ingvar isn't someone who really knows about a lot of herbs, he's a very curious person, so he's willing to learn, and he likes listening to him talk about these kind of things. It's a beautiful moment between the two men. And here's another picture of Eyolf being a mystic and engaging in magic. And here's one of the most, important scenes in the whole novel, which is when Ingvar gives Eyolf his mother's mantle. And it symbolizes them getting closer together. And here's Eyolf talking to one of his best friends about his feelings for Ingvar. And Midsummer. This is a very important chapter in the whole novel. And you guys can find out by reading the free version or buying, the ebook version or the hard copy version of this novel. I won't spoil it any further, but it is a very, very fascinating scene, full of insight into human nature. And, it says a lot of things about both Ingvar and Eyolf. And the conclusion is a bit sad, but, it is what it is. And it reveals a lot about the setting as well as the characters. And this is Eyolf's daughter. And this is Eyolf and his mother, whom he meets again when she's very old, near the end of the novel. And here Ingvar is involved in a very bloody fight. Here's Ingvar and Eyolf at the very end of the novel, and I won't spoil about what this is all about, but you know, it's very sad. But it's also reflective of these two characters' journeys. And we have come to an end. Oh yeah, thank you so much for the call out and, you know, for the acknowledgement, Helevorn. The process of writing this novel was nurtured by extensive conversations with my name and someone else, two remarkable authors and friends whose opinions and feedback were invaluable and to whom I am grateful. Thank you so much, Helevorn. I can't wait to read this book again, you know, in hardcover format. It's very exciting. And thank you so much. I cannot wait to put this on the shelf next to my printed copy of Finding Sam. And in the future, my other works like, you know, The Book of Joel and Sam in New York, Volume 1, which will also be printed hopefully by the end of this year or next year. Well, thank you everyone for joining this amazing live. And, you know, if you want a copy of Lucky Wolf, just check out Helevorn's Instagram. Her Instagram is Helevorn_BOR. Yes, and I will be posting this live, and you can check out the description, which has links to her Instagram and everything else. All right, thank you. Bye.